Do you have a hobby or passion that you wished could make you money? You know, that thing you spend hours on just for fun, wondering if it could ever turn into something bigger? Well, what if I told you it could become a $10,000 a month YouTube channel?
Whether it's travel, DIY, art, gaming, or literally anything you love, there are real stories of people who've turned their passions into cold, hard cash through YouTube. And it didn't take years, and they didn't need millions of subscribers.
Stick around because we're about to break down exactly how they did it, and how you can too. Let's go into some seriously inspiring stories, packed with tips to turn your passion into profit. Let's kick things off with Kara and Nate. They were a couple with a deep passion for travel, but they weren't your typical backpackers. Instead of just snapping photos for Instagram, they decided to document their adventures on YouTube.
At first, it was just for fun, recording their trips, sharing travel hacks, and showcasing some off-the-beaten-path destinations.
But here's the kicker. Within their first year, their channel exploded. They tapped into a community of people who loved to travel but wanted real, authentic advice.
They didn't start out with a big budget or fancy equipment, just a camera, a desire to explore, and the willingness to put themselves out there. And now, their channel generates over $10,000 a month, and they're getting paid to travel the world.
Okay, real talk. If you could get paid to travel, what's the first country you'd visit? Drop it in the comments below. We are already dreaming of an endless beach in Greece.
Next up, we've got Jenny Journals, a DIY and art enthusiast who turned her love for crafting into a thriving YouTube channel. She started by making videos on how to create beautiful, budget-friendly home decor, but it wasn't an overnight success.
At first, she struggled. She barely got any views, and there were times when she doubted if anyone cared about her crafts. But here's where things get interesting. Jenny didn't give up. She knew there were people out there who loved her content. They just hadn't found her yet.
So she tweaked her videos, optimized her titles, and learned the ins and outs of YouTube. Slowly but surely, she started building an audience. Fast forward to today, and Jenny's channel brings in over $10,000 a month. From affiliate deals, sponsorships, and selling her own DIY kits, her passion for crafting became a full-fledged business. Now let's talk about Yes Theory. These guys started out with a simple mission: to step outside their comfort zones and say yes to experiences that most people would shy away from. It wasn't about luxury travel or fancy vacations. It was about real, raw adventure and pushing personal boundaries.
They realized that there were millions of people out there who craved the same thing: connection, adventure, and a challenge to live life differently. So they started creating content around seeking discomfort, doing things like skydiving with strangers, challenging themselves to crazy adventures, and even staying with random people they'd just met.
And it worked! Big time! This channel exploded, and now they're making well over $10,000 a month through YouTube ads, brand deals, and their own merchandise line. They've even launched a documentary. What started as a passion for living life to the fullest became a massive global movement.
But what happens when your channel blows up faster than you expected? Can you actually keep up with the demand? The good news is that it's a problem many creators face, and we're about to go into how one YouTuber handled it.
Meet Ali Abdaal, a doctor-turned-YouTuber whose passion for productivity and personal development helped him grow a channel that now makes over $10,000 a month. But it wasn't always smooth sailing.
Ali started by making videos on productivity tips, study hacks, and self-improvement. The content resonated with people, and before he knew it, his channel was gaining subscribers like crazy. But then came the challenge. How do you manage a growing YouTube channel while also being a full-time doctor?
Ali had to figure out how to scale his content production without burning out. He hired editors, streamlined his workflow, and even developed online courses to capitalize on his success. It wasn't easy, but today, Ali's channel is thriving, and he's making way more from YouTube than he ever did as a doctor. Let's not forget about budget girl Sarah Wilson, who turned her passion for personal finance into a YouTube empire. Sarah started her channel while working to pay off $33,000 in student loans, sharing her journey of frugality and money-saving tips.
At first, it was just a way for her to stay accountable and inspire others in a similar situation. But her transparent and relatable approach struck a chord with viewers. People loved hearing about her creative ways to save money and live frugally.
Fast forward a few years, and now Sarah's channel is earning over $10,000 a month from ads, sponsorships, and even her own budgeting tools. She turned a personal struggle into a lucrative niche.
So, what's the one thing these creators all have in common? Is it luck, timing, or something deeper that we all have within us?
If there's one lesson to take away from these stories, it's that passion alone won't get you to $10,000 a month. You need consistency, persistence, and a willingness to learn and adapt.
Each of these creators faced challenges. They doubted themselves. They had moments when they thought about quitting, but they kept going. They leaned into their passions, refined their craft, and focused on building a loyal community. Whether it's travel, DIY, personal finance, or photography, your passion has the potential to turn into something bigger, but only if you're willing to put in the work, keep showing up, and evolve with your audience.
Alright, that's a wrap on today's video. Hopefully these stories have sparked something in you to turn that hobby into a full-blown income stream. Remember, it's not just about dreaming, it's about taking that first step.
Yeah, maybe today you're watching these creators and thinking, I could never do that. But guess what? They thought the exact same thing when they started. So, what's stopping you?
Hit that like button, drop a comment below on which story inspired you the most, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on turning your passions into profit. Who knows? You might just be the next 10K success story.
See you in the next video.